Welcome to Trigonometry. In this video, we're going to do some homework problems that have to do with lines in the plane. The next problem we're going to do today is we want to find the slope-intercept form of the equation for a line between the points 2, -1 and 5, 8. So here we want to find the equation of a line between these 2 points, 2, -1 and 5, 8. To do this, we need to use one of the equations of the lines that we had, either the point-slope form of the equation, the slope-intercept form of the equation, or the general form of the equation. The general form of the equation is a little hard to tackle directly from points. The slope-intercept and point-slope form of the equation both require a slope, which we need, especially since we want to get to the slope-intercept form eventually. So let's go ahead and find the slope first. Using the slope formula, we have m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is x1, y1 and x2, y2. We get y2 minus y1, so that's 8 minus -1, divided by x2 minus x1, or 5 minus 2. 8 minus -1 is 8 plus 1, which is 9, and 5 minus 2 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and that's our slope. So our slope between these 2 points is m equals 3, and we can erase this part of the computation. Now our goal here is to find the slope-intercept form of the equation. There's 2 ways that you can go about this, and they kind of have some pros and cons to it. First, you could use the point-slope form of the equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And if you do that, just pick one of these 2 points to be x1, y1, which we kind of already picked that one, and then just plug in this in for x1 and y1, and plug this in for m, and solve for y. So we'd get y minus -1 equals 3 times x minus 2, which is y plus 1 equals, and then we'll distribute this here to get 3x minus 6. Then we'll subtract 1 from both sides to get y alone, and we end up with y is equal to 3x. -6 minus 1 is -7. And this is the slope-intercept form of the equation of this line. So that's one method you could use. Use the point-slope form, plug in the point and the slope, get the equation, and then solve for y and simplify, and that'll get you the slope-intercept form. Another way that's pretty popular is to start with the slope-intercept form equation. Here we know m from here. What we don't know is b. Now, if we plug in the slope, we'd end up with this equation here. This equation has to be true for every single value x, y that's on the line. Well, both of these points are on the line, so either one of them plugged into this formula should make it true. So that means we could use either one of them to figure out what value of b is going to work here. So if you want, you could simply plug in, say, 2, -1 into this equation and solve for b. So if you do that, you'd plug -1 in for y, and you'd have -1 is equal to 3 times, then plug 2 in for x, plus b. That'll give you -1 is equal to 6 plus b. Solving for b, you'd subtract 6 to both sides, and you'd get -1 minus 6 is -7, and that's what you'd find for b. Then you'd have to go and plug that back into the equation that you had up there, which would then produce the slope-intercept form of y equals 3x minus 7, which is precisely the same thing we found over there. And that's it for today's video on trigonometry. If it was helpful to you, please like the video and subscribe to Trigonometry. The only way we can continue to produce video content like this is if we get help from subscribers like you. And so if we helped you, please help us out by liking and subscribing to this video. And we'll see you next time on Trigonometry.